morning, I'm Agustín Zepeda for NewZtar Intelligence. Here is your global briefing for Thursday, June 11, 2026. President Trump cancelled military strikes against Iran scheduled for Thursday evening, hours after publicly announcing plans to hit the country very hard and seize Karg Island oil facilities. Trump claims diplomatic talks have reached Iran's highest leadership level, though Tehran has not confirmed any negotiations. The strikes would have marked the third consecutive day of U.S. military operations after attacks killed at least 20 Indian sailors. But here is where the coverage diverges. American media leads with criticism that Trump broadcast strikes before execution, questioning operational security. Middle Eastern media frames this as U.S. aggression with no mention of any diplomatic breakthrough. Indian media focuses on the 20 confirmed sailor deaths, with families condemning the strikes as foolishness, while Western outlets remain vague on casualty figures. U.S. markets rallied sharply Thursday, with the Dow Jones surging approximately 700 points after Trump cancelled Iran strikes. Oil prices tumbled while gold fell to a 6-month low despite persistent inflation concerns. The dollar strengthened 0.5% against the Swiss franc, as investors priced in reduced war risk. But here is where the coverage diverges. American financial media frames this as a potentially durable de-escalation rally, the biggest reversal since COVID. Middle Eastern and European outlets warn this is a false dawn that ignores underlying conflict risk, with the World Bank still projecting a US-Iran war could drag the global economy to post-COVID lows despite Thursday's gains. The Swiss National Bank delivered a surprise 50 basis point rate cut Thursday, the most aggressive move by a major central bank this year. The decision signals mounting global economic uncertainty tied to the US-Iran conflict. The Bank of England is expected to announce its own rate decision within hours as central banks globally reassess growth projections. But here is where the coverage diverges. European outlets directly tie the surprise 50 basis point cut to US-Iran war uncertainty and regional stability concerns. American financial media emphasizes this as part of a broader global easing cycle, downplaying the conflict's specific role in the Swiss National Bank's aggressive move. Elon Musk publicly apologized for some Trump-related social media posts as SpaceX prepares for its initial public offering. The rare expression of regret comes as Musk seeks to broaden investor appeal beyond his political base. Separately, Coinbase launched new AI agent trading tools, marking another milestone in automated cryptocurrency investment platforms. But here is where the coverage diverges. American business media frames this as smart investor relations strategy before a major IPO, emphasizing Musk's pragmatic pivot. European outlets question the sincerity and timing, suggesting this is calculated reputation management rather than genuine regret, with Chinese state media largely ignoring the story. British Defence Secretary John Healey suddenly resigned Thursday over disputes about military spending levels. The departure creates a leadership vacuum as the UK navigates support for US operations in the Gulf and manages its own defence commitments. No immediate replacement has been announced as Parliament debates emergency defence funding bills. But here is where the coverage diverges. British media treats this as a major cabinet crisis, exposing deep budget tensions and questioning UK's ability to maintain defence commitments. American outlets barely mention the resignation, burying it in brief international news roundups, while European continental media emphasises this weakens NATO's response capability during the Iran crisis. The World Bank warned Thursday that a full US-Iran war could drag the global economy to post-COVID lows despite current market optimism. The assessment contradicts Thursday's stock market rally and suggests investors may be underpricing conflict risk. The bank projects a 20% disruption to global oil supplies would trigger widespread recession across developed economies. But here is where the coverage diverges. American financial media buried or ignored the World Bank warning, focusing instead on Thursday's rally as evidence of reduced risk. Middle Eastern and European outlets led with the economic assessment, emphasizing the disconnect between market optimism and institutional warnings that conflict could trigger global recession comparable to the COVID economic collapse. That is your NewZtar Intelligence briefing for Thursday, June 11, 2026. News in every angle, every morning. I'm Agustín Zepeda. Stay informed.